right before that trip. We're moving for us to get married shortly after this trip. So we took this trip to promote his movie. I went with him. We got in an argument in the hotel room, and I said, I don't remember what I said to him, but I said something snotty to him that provoked him. It provoked him, and when I walked into the hallway, he grabbed me by the arm and slammed me up against the hallway wall, and I kind of struggled with him, tried to push him off of me, and I managed to get out of his grasp enough to take a few steps, and I kind of curved around and went into the closet. And by the time I made it into the closet, he had me by the hair, and okay. I felt like he was just wailing on me, but in a really sloppy way, like hitting the back of my head, and kind of wrestled me down to the floor.
So he couldn't fight. He couldn't fight, pretty much, right? Is that what you're saying, Miss Amber Heard?
To me, like, I didn't even have a fair shot because I wasn't facing him or looking at him. I was walking away from him. Or else, you know, I would have at this point even like I would have tried to defend myself more, but I didn't. I kind of felt like it didn't see it coming and just wrestled me down to the ground. And I remember he was screaming at me. I mean, like, really screaming.
Really?
Loud. What I remember of that, trying to get up and him kind of wrestling me back down, and at one point put his knee on my back. It was kind of like kneeling on my, and I just had this like struggle with him. Look at him, and he's still got his glasses on.
So what does that mean?
I remember looking at him and thinking that was so. He just looked like he hadn't been through anything. You know, he still had his glasses on, sunglasses.
Right, because you wanted to beat him up too, and just because he still had his glasses on, it made it seem like whatever he did to you was effortless. You know what I'm saying? These details and stuff.
And he was screaming at me that he hated me, he didn't want to marry me. He was disgusted. He was disgusted. He made this mistake. It was a big mistake.
And then you stayed with him. Let me guess. You stayed with him after all of this. After everything he said, he told you that he didn't want anything to do with you, and it was over. Okay? So that's when you should have took it amongst yourself from this situation. But you didn't. You know, you're knowingly and willingly participating in the bullshit, Amber. Let's call it what it is.
And I remember crying on the floor.
I mean, you're crying now.
Just